So on the original house, we've got 80mm gauge, roughly, give or take a mil here or there, obviously allowing for inaccuracies in their work. But how, if that's the case, have I managed to get it looking decent joints? Can you see? Can you notice? Can you tell me what it is? So on my video the other day, I said how did I get to gauge with 2 course at 160 without having big joints. This is how I've done it. So what I do with a fixed brick clamp, you've got teeth there, so I set it a mil or two low on the first course and use a metric brick, and then on the next course I go dead on top of that with an imperial brick. Now yeah, if you're close up you will notice it, but what would you notice more? Would you notice massive joints, or would you notice that you're a mil low to a brick on your... I don't even think you can see it close up, can you? Yeah, that's 1 to 2 mil low, which accommodates that being slightly bigger. See it? But it does keep it nice and tidy. So coincidentally this morning I've had a message from someone asking me how you can rig something up so that you can run blockwork straight out your stanchion. He's got a warehouse he's doing, and he said how can you do it so that you're not building a corner. And coincidentally I was speaking to Richard Fitzbricks and Paul and Tony, who was doing the stand yesterday, going through all the different uses of it, and I never thought of this one when I was thinking about it, because I usually use an old electric cable clip, but this works even better. And again, it's using the teeth of the grippers on the side. See, that'll work like a treat. You won't have to build into it. You can just put your gauge up the side of the stanchion, and then you can just pull that up the stanchion and just sit it in the teeth, and it'll pull straight that out of it. So we've taken that chimney down now like was planned, and what we've done, we've roughly cut this back where the window is. In actual fact it's further back than the window, so we can set this reveal for in the blockwork until we get a scaffold on the outside. Now we've had to take this inside brickwork out, which you'll see, which you would have seen here, so that we can get our 90mm cavity through there. So that's that sorted out. It's going to be a steel going through there with a so you see here there'll be a steel going across here as well to spread over the window, because the steel sits in central, and then there'll be one centre post that goes up for a ridge beam for the roof. But we've just got to take that block working up to plate height. That'll be sorted, and then we've got a 1580 width door through here. It's got a steel above it at this current moment, but because it's a reduced size to what it was going to be originally with the engineer's drawings, I'm going to ask the engineer if we can do away with it, because you don't need a massive steel gauged lintel. I mean, a heavy duty lintel over an opening like that would be fine, I reckon, but I've got to get a clarification for that. But we're there. So I was meant to get these steels in with a crane, these two. This one's a 203 46, so it combined weight about 265, and that one's about 168, so it's quite light. But we're meant to have a crane man rung up, said he's got a problem with his crane count. So me and Ollie devised an idea of what we're going to do. We're going to get a genie, get it on the scaffold, get one shoulder under, slide it along and in. Well, then Ollie's missus has gone down with suspected appendicitis, so he rushed off, and I've got a roofer coming tomorrow, a day after tomorrow. So by hook or by crook, I thought I've got to do it. Now I wish I'd have filmed it, because I have absolutely fucking ripped my arsehole out on these. My legs are like jelly now, but we did get it. I genied it up, stood there, shouldered it, and obviously got it pulled in. Had some help with the homeowner, thank God. But it has been painstaking today, really has. So another Sunday shift. Got myself to blame this week really, having Thursday at Super Trail. But it was well worth going. Met loads of people that I wanted to. Had a good chat with a few, went out for some food with the group that I met. Had a good old night and met up with the Fitz boys. Proper old school brickies. Brought some products to market that are, you know, that you can see are practical because they are brickies, so they know what they need. They know what's what the problems are in the market, what the little missing things are, and they've got a fucking great product. I mean, the minute I saw them, I had some on pre-order. They are really good. So I'm going back over to my the job with the arches. It's been a long time since I've been there because it's been a bit long-winded. They've had to wait for this, wait for that, so it's been a bit, you know, drawn out. But I'm just at the top few courses now, about 9 courses. I've got to put a stone around the top for the parapet top. So yeah, it's just going to be a good day. I mean, hopefully the sun doesn't come out until 11 or something, 'cause it's going to be a hot day. Just give me a chance to get some down before I'm struggling with the heat. This lime is even worse in the heat than what the sand cement is. So anyway, just got to keep going, get it done. I haven't really done much of note this week to put on put in my video this week. It's been a lot of organising, a lot of setting up, bits and pieces to get this steel ready or that steel ready, and it's things that, you know, they just absolutely drain your time. But it's all prep you've got to do on these little extensions like this. I've got about 4 or 5 steels that I've had to get the heights for. I've had to try and squeeze in, cut bits of roof out, take tiles off, all things that, you know, not really going to benefit anybody by having it on the video, but it just doesn't give me much content. But there we have it. So for this lot, you've got an oversailing of 30mm. So this goes to show how very soft you've got to be with it and very light-handed. Because if you mess about, any tapping across here, and it'll go all wibbly wobbly and probably won't stay there. The problem I've got as well is I've got a blue band that goes over the top of this in a minute, which where am I there? I've got a double header in here somewhere. Where is it? Oh, I've missed a double stretcher. I've missed me broken bond. There you go, look, you can have that blooper. I'm actually going to put this one up because it's easy done, isn't it? But now where I've got a tap, because I put it down and waited, you've got to be very, very light-handed, because any too heavy a movement on that, and that's going to start coming over to you. It's 30mm, to believe it or not, is actually quite an overhang. Oh yeah, mate. Yeah, ready to do that.
Yeah, going.
And what you've got to be careful of is, if you note that you've got a 30mm and a 20mm. Now when you lay that one, because them two are firm, you lay that one, that's fine. But it's the one that goes above it you've got to be extra careful on. So what you want to do is get the bed spot on and just be very light with your hands, just a thumb and a finger, no tapping. Because when you tap, what it does, not so bad on this because it's dry day, so it's gone off quite well, but if you tap here, it'll wave, and then eventually it'll sort of keep going down, and eventually it will fucking go if you tap too hard. So you just got to try and get the bed as right as possible, and then you can get them down without too much problem. You want to cut the vibrations down to a minimum with these, especially over this, because in theory that's 50mm past that, so it's half the brick over the course of the 4 courses. So it just does take a very, very light hand. How do you mean? Gotta love a bit of Flemish. And this muck, I absolutely love. Look how creamy it is. If I could work with lime all day long, every day, I would. Beautiful. So it's quite a simple detail, it's just blue headers. And obviously this is a panel over the arch, just where you're seeing now. But I tell you what, it's the simplest details that make things. When this is finished, this blue detail, just the headers, will be more than enough to make this look the fucking Don. So here's a tip for you. I've got to the end. Now when you leave your corner, put a brick on the end, and then you can do this. You can pull the line out like that, so he's in the right place, see? And then you can start this end. And what it does, it saves you the walk. I mean, obviously this is a short run, don't really save you a great deal of time, but in a longer run, it does. Shape of that bugger. Shall I put another mix in or not? Another good thing about using lime, if you do work late at night or in the winter even, you can point it in the very next day.